Hi, I'm Chris Gasper, and this is Globe 10.0, joined today by Gregory Lee. Well, we have our first big controversy with Bobby Valentine and player criticism. Bobby Valentine had some interesting comments on Sunday evening about Kevin Youkilis. Sunday night on Channel 7, Bobby V said, "I don't think he's as physically or emotionally into the game as he has been in the past for some reason." Well, this erupted at Fenway Park. Youkilis said he was confused, surprised at the comments of Bobby V. Greg, when you look at this, Bobby V apologized, obviously, but how big an issue is this going to be for Bobby V in terms of criticizing guys publicly?
When Bobby Valentine was hired, I think it was the intention with the ownership and management to bring in a guy who's kind of opposite of Terry Francona, who is known to be a player's manager, who kind of somewhat coddled the players, was able to talk to players in a certain way, and they brought in a guy who's, we all know, is very brashy, likes to run his mouth, and will challenge people. I think what the problem was with Valentine is that the statement he made with Youkilis, he's only managing for a week, and saw him in spring training. So I don't know what depth he has to call out, you know, Youkilis's passion and commitment. You know, we all know that Youkilis is very, you know, he's passionate, sometimes over passionate, sometimes he rubs his teammates the wrong way. But for a new manager to come in like that and say something about Youkilis, who's only been with him for about 2 months, I don't think it's out of school, but I understand what Valentine's trying to do in terms of his methods, in terms of being a different manager.
But if that's his method, right, and obviously you have Dustin Pedroia coming here, I don't know what Bobby's trying to do, you know, maybe that works in Japan, that's not the way we do it here. Well, guess what, Dustin, there is no we. The manager does it the way he wants to do it, and this is the way Bobby V's going to do it, but you have to own it. You know, you have to say, okay, I criticized him, and own up to that instead of coming out and apologizing the next day publicly and then saying that, oh, all I was trying to do, as Bobby V said, was defend him against a question. You know, he goes back into media ombudsman mode against a question that seemed to be jabbing at him. I don't think the question was the issue, and I don't even have an issue with the criticism. It does seem a little unfair, but we all know that's Bobby V's style, like you said, that's why they brought him in. But if you're going to do it, you have to own it. So it seems like he wants to have it both ways. He wants to be able to publicly criticize these guys and seem like the sheriff, but also have their full allegiance and be able to play cribbage with them or whatever Francona and Pedroia used to do in the clubhouse. You can't do it both ways like that. It's not going to work. You're going to fail both ways. And
we're going to watch for how long the Francona effect still with this team, because as Pedroia said, this is not how we do it. Well, he's only played for Francona.
Exactly. That's the way Francona did it.
He's only learned one way. So it's going to be interesting to see who Pedroia, was one of your leaders, how he adjusts to Bobby V, because he probably still thinks it's still a Terry Francona clubhouse, and it's not.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, this is Bobby V's clubhouse now, and I think the players are going to have to adjust, you know, to a little bit more public criticism. But I think if you're Bobby V and you're going to do this, you're going to publicly criticize a guy, you have to own up to it. If you back down, those players are going to know that they can get you to back down on things, and you'll lose control of that clubhouse, just like what happened last September.